Chapter Okada, page 36 out of 62. Hey, check it out. According mathematically, there's 27 pages left, and we did 36 so far. Well, that's my 36, so we're halfway past the middle point, or something. I stayed in a little longer and went back trying to hitchhike, but it was kind of rainy and foggy, so it didn't work either. By the end of the afternoon, I called my buddy Renaud. Oh yes, the one and only, if you remember the first chapter, at the very beginning. When I told Renaud that I was stuck in Repentigny and that I'd spend the night at Tim, Renaud told me, "Why didn't you call my brother, Ivan?" "Why should I have called your brother?" Oh, I've written, why should I have called Ivan? "Well, he lived there in Repentigny. You could have slept at his place. I gave you the phone number the last time that you came here. Can I have it again?" I made sure to write it down in my new agenda. I called Ivan and he told me that he was going to pick me up at my last night, Tim. Wow, what a welcome! I never had met either his wife or his son. Before supper, I did the laundry and enjoyed the shower. The last one dated back on December 11th at the Thunder Bay Salvation Army, so 6 days ago. I must have stunk something awful. Super supper, clean and slept in warm blankets. I slept straight through it. In the morning after breakfast, Ivan drove me to the Tim on the corner of the number 40. I bummed a couple $1 from him for coffee. He gave me 7 of them. Thanks, Ivan, your wife, and your son for your amazing hospitality. I had another coffee before jumping on the road. At that Tim, they were giving with each purchase a yellow slip of paper with thoughts from many famous philosophers. Here are 2 of mine. 1. A journey of 1,000 leagues, like a kilometer, starts with the first step. The guy that wrote it down is Lao Tzu. 2. Everybody thinks that happiness is found on the top of the mountain, but resides in the way you climb it. Confucius. Those thoughts are very adequate for a guy like me. Okay, it's time to hitch. I got a full belly. I'm clean and rested. After 30 seconds of wait, Maxim, reference 64, alias Gumby, a Kubota tractor salesman in Joliet, was going to work. Maxim had hitchhiked before all the way to Alaska. On January 29, 2015, he will hitchhike from Joliet down to South America. He plans to be back in Joliet for Christmas 2015. He dropped me off at the number 40 intersection. My door still open. We talked another 5 minutes. A young policeman arrived. I said, "I'm just getting out." "Okay, but I can't walk further." It's 11:33. At 11:36, so, check it out, just 3 minutes, another policeman arrived. I explained him everything. Mario, reference 65, give me a ride to Berthierville McDo. Mario, the policeman, got me coffee, plus muffin, McDo coffee card, and $5 bill. Well, what do you know? I'm getting Christmas gift from the police. I came in the McDo with my coffee and muffin. I stayed there a short half hour and went at it again. Everything is fine and dandy. The number 40 east exit is 50 feet from the McDo. No, you get a door to McDo, you just like cross the parking lot like 3 car. You go where it should be a little grass, there about 3 feet, and you're right there, man. The exit is right there. Right there. Very hard to be missed. Once in this position, I waited a huge 2 minutes. A 2010 Mazda 3 stopped. Philippe Gervais, reference 66, is a social studies student at the Cégep in Drummondville. A Cégep is like a high-end, higher-level college or something. He was getting ready to leave on December 27, check this out now, with 2 of his buddies for Paris and London. He dropped me off at the last number 20 east exit. It started to get dark, not much traffic coming out of there, so I got closer to the highway itself, maybe. Don't forget, number Highway 20, you're not supposed to be there. I could get a ticket. It's dark. I tried to get a ride before I got the ticket. Worst come to worst, I'll get a ride and a ticket by the police. I got picked up right away just before the end of the ramp. Jean-Robert Prévost, reference 67, young military soldier, is a support heavy equipment and vehicle driver. Former hitchhiker, I believe. In any case, according to some of his stories, he picks up a lot. Thanks to him. He dropped me off in Quebec in between two highways, Charest and Henri IV. We made it to Quebec. Okay, it's time to seek some friends, a night or two here, a night or two there. I was looking for one of my buddies, Michel Delaurier. Michel is the Le Feu Follet Theatre troupe director. I knew that he was about to produce a double representation, and I wanted to see it or to help out somehow. I found him 2 days prior to the show. And now that, if you get the reading, if you get a PDF file, you will see at page 37 that we are, that the last third of the page is a picture, an image. And it's the double show program. One is called at 2 o'clock, 14 hours later. Print the fifth, like Take the Sun, S-O-N. And the one at 19:30 is for Pour l'amour d'un ticket, for the love of a ticket. And I played in those two, so. Anyway, chapter O Canada, page 38. In the last 2 years, every time that I was around Quebec and that Michel was getting ready to produce one of his plays, it happened that I had one or two loose $100. And that it required a bit of money to get the production done. But on this Sunday, December 21st, when I talked to him 3 hours before the show, I learned that he was okay for cash, but that one of his actors was sick, so he needed an actor. I told him, I pretty well know your plays by heart, so he informed me of a few changes, and we were set. Wow, it had been a long time since I did go up on the planks. The last time was in improvisation theater, right? Improvisation theater at the Gaspé Cégep, well, the college thing, December 1983. Like 32 years before. Yeah, it had been a while. I will explain the plays a bit and the character that I played in. To start off, most of the plays that Michel have written and direct have majorly a social, he also acts in it, right? Have majorly a social subject with a religious tinge in them, or the other way around. Number 1, Prenez le Fils, Take the Sun, S-O-N. Synopsis. A man in his 60s, painting collector of Quebec Grand Masters, was being visited by his son. During the visit, he told his son that there were only 1 or 2 paintings missing for his collection to be complete. His son, on the other hand, had totally different news to tell. He was admitted in the Canadian Armed Force and that in a few months that he would leave for Afghanistan. But a few weeks after his departure, the father received an official visit announcing him that his son dead in combat, and he also received a painting representing his son in uniform. The painting had been done by the female soldier that his son had died while saving her life. Knowing that the father liked painting, she had done it as a thank and as in a memory of. As for the rest of the story, well, you're gonna have to see the play. My character was the son. 2. Pour l'amour d'un ticket, for the love of a ticket. Synopsis. A homeless man sleeping on a bench in a park wakes up. He looks around, sees no one, finds back a bottle of wine or others and take a swig from it. In fact, in the play, I look around and look at his boot. In his boot was a bottle of something. And then a police officer that was watching through the trees, went to see him to award him a drinking in public ticket. Poor cop. Poor cop what? Well, yes, you're gonna have to see the play. My character, a bypasser making caustic remark about the sleeping homeless man. After a good night's sleep at my buddy's Gaeta, it's time to hit the road. Again. Today, Tuesday, December 23rd, if it goes well, I'll make it in Rimouski. I crossed the Lévis on the Lévis. I crossed to Lévis because you can cross by boat and you can cross by bus or by walking. But this time I took the boat. I crossed to Lévis on a small ferry from Lower Quebec City. Usually I make it all the way to the Walmart to hitchhike on number 20 East exit to Rivière-du-Loup, but this time I never made it up there. On the way to the Walmart, Veronique and Richard, reference 68, picked me up aboard their 2014 Hyundai Elantra. They were not going to Rivière-du-Loup, like indicated my sign, but rather to Mont Carmel. Both of them super nice. When they dropped me off at a gas station, convenience store, I tried to bum $2 for coffee, but instead they offered me a $20 bill. I got myself a $10 prepaid calling card and a coffee. Thanks a lot and Merry Christmas. Not too far from the number 20 exit, there was a Normandin restaurant. It's like a Normandin restaurant. It's a big chain. I made a call and left a message on the voicemail of my buddy Marius in Rimouski, letting him know that I was on my way. I also looked for dry cigarette butts. I found some and also a big joint roach. I went to the gas station washroom, re-rolled that, and smoked it outside. I'm ready for the remaining of the road. In position. 1, 2, 3, go. A few moments later, by 11:20, my notebook indicates that I started to hitch at 11:20. So I wrote down 11:20. And also that 11:20, I was picked up by a 2000 Toyota Echo. Can you imagine that? You got a little book there in your pocket there, and you put the backpack down, and you put the sign, and you're ready to rock. So you look, 11:20. So you put the thing, and you raise your head, and the car stops, so you jump in, and you pull your clock, and the clock says still 11:20. So you write it down and change to 21. In less than 1 minute, I was back in the car and on my way. Not bad. Mathieu Grenier, reference 69, was accompanied by Kelly, his female German Shepherd Doberman Cross. Mathieu had stopped to buy some windshield washer fluid when he saw me going toward the exit with my Rimouski sign. He is an accomplished hitchhiker. Once in his shopping done, he picked me up and dropped me off somewhere in Rimouski. I made my way to see my buddy Marius. The prior year, I went to Rimouski on December 21st, but I was heading to Quebec to spend Christmas. When I saw Mario in the month of October, 2 weeks before going hitchhike out of North Bay, I had promised him that I would spend Christmas with him this year. We went to a special Christmas dinner. They also gave little gift. Tuesday morning, early, December 25th, so Christmas Day, I was heading to Chandler and Newport. Many times I had hitchhiked in the rain, and I also hitchhiked on Christmas. But I never hitchhiked. It's a way, like, the computer said this way. I would have said, but I hitchhiked. But the computer said to say, but never had I hitchhiked on Christmas Day. In the rain. By the way, I forget to write down thanks Marius, but thanks Marius. In between two showers, I went up to Tim Hortons, luckily open even on Christmas, to take a little break and to get ready to go uphill the industrial rise. And it's like a kilometer and a half straight up, but a good grade, but a kilometer and a half minimum, and then on top you get lights, right? To take the little break and to get ready to go uphill the industrial rise, to get to the number 20 exit, I made an Amqui sign. It's like halfway through the Gaspé Peninsula, whatever, on that side. The rain pausing, I put on my backpacks and started to climb the industrial rise. 2/3 of the way uphill, so I got a kilometer in, a car stopped straight across from me on the other side of the road, so it was coming down. David, reference 70, his lady Jacqueline and Hope, their 19-month-old daughter, were going to Amqui. They had previously passed me by. At the traffic light on top of the hill, they did a U-turn, came back, and rescued me. David is a roofer, and Jacqueline is a stay-at-home mom. David had hitchhiked a lot before. When they dropped me off at the gas station in Amqui, it was pouring rain. Thanks a lot for the ride. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I went to washroom. When I came out, the rain had stopped. I did another sign, this one saying Carleton, and went back out before the delirium started again. I walked at least 3 minutes. 3 minutes, man. I walked about at least 3 minutes to get in position when Christian Bugeaud, reference 71, let me in to enjoy his 2013 GMC Sierra and brought me to Bonaventure. Christian hitchhiked a lot when he was 14, 15, 16 years old. Boilermaker by trade, he came back in Bonaventure to resettle himself in 1994, so 20 years ago. Dropping me off at the gas station convenience store, it still poured rain. Thanks a lot for the ride, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Went inside, did the washroom thing. I came out, only 2 or 3 droplets falling, timidly. The sun was making his apparition. I hastily made a Chandler sign and got out to hitchhike right in front. Well, almost immediately, a 2002 Subaru Impreza stopped by my side. The man, reference 72, priest in Pointe à la Croix, former, is like 60, in between 65 and 70, I would think so. Former missionary, was going for supper in between priest at the presbytery in Chandler, where the sign said so. All the time that I was in pension at the Oblast Seminary in Ottawa until 1969, he hitched, doing Ottawa Three River or Ottawa Temiskaming. Before getting in Chandler, in the sky ahead of us appeared 2 rainbows, one on top of each other one. Thanks a lot for the ride, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Calling my sister Christiane, Mario, her husband, told me that he was leaving with my both niece, Andrea and Veronique, and that Christiane soon will arrive from work. So he'd give a ride to Grandma's. So she gave me a ride to Grandma's Grenier in Newport. Having Christmas dinner with the Grenier family, that was my real gift.